Hello! Today's a tag video which I'm really excited about because it's been ages to my knowledge since I've been tagged. It's certainly been ages since I've actually filmed a tag video. I've had my eye on a few tags and I've written them down to do, and as usual not got around to doing them. So when somebody actually tagged me specifically, I was really excited because it's one of my favourite YouTubers, Leah XL. She's actually really lovely. She's one of those YouTubers who I have a sort of relationship with, in the sense that I'll probably at some point, when I'm not growing a human inside me and busy with that, probably arrange to meet her, which I would love to do. And I'm sure she's up for it too, so yeah, without going into any more detail about that, yeah, I'm sure we will meet. But yeah, this is a really exciting tag. I don't think Leah created it. I'm looking at the video on my phone now of Leah. That's Leah. I'm going to tag her video and her channel in the description bar for you. She was tagged by Gracie Saunderson, who I haven't had a chance to check out yet. And she's tagged a few people. Claire and Rachel I'm going to get straight onto checking out because I honestly hadn't heard of them. But Lip Gloss Leslie I watch religiously, as do Lorraine. Lorraine's one of those channels where I literally watch everything she posts. Everything. And Lip Gloss Leslie, I watch most things she posts, but I watch all her tutorials and her Friday favourites, and I comment on, really active on her channel. I don't know why. Usually I watch videos and don't really comment, but on Lip Gloss Leslie it's like I've always got something to say. I love her videos, love them. But anyway, back onto Leah. So Leah is somebody who I've watched grow from really the very start of her channel. She's a curly hair girl like me. I'm not going to sit here and list the content that Leah does because honestly she pretty much does everything. The only thing I don't think she's really necessarily into hugely than I am is project panning. She's a massive collector. Her reviews are always spot on. She really knows what she's talking about. She invests a lot of money, but she's sensible as well, in the sense that she'll give herself no buys when she knows she needs a no buy. Girl, you know when you need a no buy. And yeah, she got married recently as well. So honestly I haven't watched her and her wife Claire's vlogs just because I don't watch vlogs. But yeah, I did follow her when she was like preparing for a wedding and everything, and I watch everything on her main beauty channel. So thank you so much for tagging me, Leah. I'm not going to sit here gushing on because you know I love you and you love your channel, you know that. So yeah, let's get on to doing the tag. Honestly, I haven't prepared for this at all. I'm just going to try and wing it. So if there's clip cuts in this editing, that's why, because I watched her video. I'm filming this today and I haven't read the questions and written down any notes for answers. I'm just freestyling it. I'm gonna do it from the heart. So when did you get into makeup and why? Okay, so I've always worn makeup from, I remember being my dad used to my dad's mum, I call my Nana Fish, she used to do a thing every Boxing Day. Grandma and Grandad Fish would have all the family over, and it was the only opportunity on my dad's side of the family for everybody to be together. She got to a stage where she felt that you know, she wasn't able to cope with that anymore, understandably due to her age, so we don't do that anymore. And of course I still visit her, but long story short, I remember being there and somebody bought me an eyeshadow. Now it was a bright yellow eyeshadow, like a bright yellow, and I hadn't a foggiest clue what to do with it. I don't think I even had any makeup brushes, and I probably would have been maybe around 12 or 13, and I remember putting on my finger and packing it onto my eyelid and thinking it was the best thing since sliced bread. And I remember my stepsister Emily, I'm sure it was Emily, it might not have been, it might have been someone else, but I think it was Emily, but somebody I remember turning around and saying to me, tried to explain the concept of blending to me. They were trying to be quite nice about it, but sort of saying, girl, that's really not how we do things. And I was like really confused, but I'm like, I'm loving it. I'm having the time of my life. Just get off my eyeshadow. And yeah, I wore that, and ever since then I sort of was in love with it. And my stepmom used to take us to this massive makeup warehouse full of really cheap, awful in hindsight makeup, and we used to buy loads of it, and it would never get used because I never knew what to do with it, but I just wanted it and to own it and to touch it and to love it. So probably 12 or 13 is when I realised I loved makeup. But it's not until I started, just before I started my channel, so maybe about 4 about 4 years ago that I actually started getting into makeup. So in between the teens and then all through my 20s and everything, I would just have like one makeup bag. Like, it seems completely alien to me now, although I'm sure that's just what normal people do. I would have one makeup bag, and I would have my one Rimmel foundation and my one Rimmel mascara and my one Rimmel lip gloss. Oh my god, I was really into Rimmel. I should do that video where you'd like put all your products as you did at high school. But yeah, I just literally wear almost clear pink, bubblegum pink lip gloss, Wake Me Up foundation all over my face, a bit of mascara. Didn't even fill in my eyebrows, and they are fair, so I literally looked like I had no eyebrows. And yeah, and I loved it. I thought it was fresh faced, and every time I tried to do eyeshadow on my hooded eyes, I was like, I cannot do it. Like, I want to own them and love them, but I cannot wear them. And it's not until literally in my mid to late 20s, I think around the time I had my daughter, or just after, I was around 27 when I had her, I started getting into YouTube. And when I realised that you can learn about makeup and there were resources to learn that, I was all over it. So sorry about the long answer, but that hopefully explains it. So most repurchased product. Oh, that's tough. If I was thinking about my lifespan as a whole, I would have to say for makeup, is it beauty? Just Ultimate Beauty. Oh, beauty, everything beauty, not just makeup. My most repurchased product of everything beauty it would probably be Simple's moisturising facial wash. So sorry that's boring, but I think I've pretty much used that almost my whole life as a facial wash, on and off, and definitely completely on with nothing else for like the past 5 years, possibly more. So yeah, I would say that. If we're going to talk makeup though, I would have to say Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation, just because when I'm looking at my life as a whole, I used nothing but that for the majority of my teens and 20s. And although I don't necessarily use it on the daily now, I still love it, and it's like it's never been out of my collection. Product you'd never repurchase. Product you'd never repurchase. There are so many, honestly, so many products that I would never repurchase. But I would say, just to pick one at random that sticks out in my mind as particularly terrible, is I don't like MAC's PowerPoint eye pencil, and it's the most expensive eye pencil I've ever purchased. And I've not tried any of the other types of eyeliners, but they're PowerPoint eyeliner, and I've got the Utility Grey, the shade in my project use up at the minute. It's just not good, and it's never been good. And I just thought, wow, I've got a MAC eyeliner, this is going to be the best eyeliner since sliced bread. And it really isn't. But yeah, that's just one. Honestly, there are plenty. Yeah, I've got an empties and fails series, so check that out if you haven't already. Best dupe product. My best dupe product would probably be I would say any of the I Heart makeup palettes that dupe the Too Faced palettes. Here's one, for example. Now, I think when this came out, some people thought it was going to be a dupe of the Bonbons palette. This is the Fizz, the Pink Fizz. It's not a dupe of the Bonbons palette. They actually did dupe that later on, and the packaging for that is like a hot pink, not this sort of a baby pink or Barbie pink. But this is an example. So I've got the whole collection of these palettes that look like a melted chocolate bar. And a lot of them are dupes of the Too Faced palettes, originally starting when they had duped the original Too Faced chocolate bar palette. So yeah, isn't that funny? I've got those to hand when I swear I didn't prepare for this. But I'd say they're probably my favourite best dupe product. I also am absolutely, sorry if this is cheating to mention it, but the reason why I wasn't sure if I could mention it is because I don't have the Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow, which I think this might be duping, but I've heard that it's a dupe for it, and it's the I Heart Makeup Bronze and Glow by I Heart Makeup. Again, same company as makes those palettes there, and this is amazing. Like, I've got it on today, and I'm absolutely besotted with it. So yeah, I'd say those two, any of those eyeshadow palettes and that particular bronzer and bronzer and highlighter palette. But really, in regards to best dupe product, the best dupe products in my opinion are the Tan Beauty products. So they're, which are Makeup Revolution, which are also Freedom Makeup, which are also High Heart Makeup. But yeah, they're great. So have you ever bought fake makeup? Never. So yeah, no. I remember when I was wanting to buy my first high-end palette, and I wanted it to be one of the Urban Decay Naked palettes, and it was around the same time I bought the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and it was around my birthday, and in the end my husband was like, treat yourself, get both. So I got this one, and I also got Urban Decay Naked 3, and I was looking around online and I was thinking the problem is a lot of these will probably be fakes, and I specifically deliberately avoided buying them online for that reason. I wouldn't buy fakes. I buy dupes, I don't buy fakes. Current favourite makeup brand. Oh, that's really hard. That's really hard, because I love Maybelline lipsticks, but I love Rimmel foundations. Okay, I'm gonna say Tan Beauty, like everything under there. If I'm allowed to say everything under that umbrella, then I will. If I'm not allowed everything under that umbrella, then I'll just stick with I Heart Makeup, because I've never tried anything from their Freedom line, and most of the stuff I love are from their I Heart Makeup line within Tan Beauty, so I'll say that. And what is one beauty hack you know and do? One beauty hack you know and do. Sorry if this is something that isn't considered a hack, because it might be really obvious, and I'm sorry if it's a bit TMI. But what I do when I put my mascara on is I tilt my head back and I get the brush. So this is just Essence Lash Princess. I'll see if I can demo it somehow. And what I do is I put it at the base of the lashes before there's any on the other lashes, and I roll it up so that it's actually away from my eyeball, but literally scraping mascara onto my upper waterline. I feel like it catches every hair. It also puts a bit of colour there, so if you're not one for tight lining, you know, your upper waterline, if you don't like to do that, then it helps with that, and which is massively helpful when you have hooded eyes. But I think for the most part it actually mainly just makes sure that you're getting as much length and fullness at the root as possible. So that's probably my favourite beauty hack. Yeah, I wouldn't say I really use many hacks. I don't know what would be the difference between really a hack and just like a good tip or technique, but I suppose that one will have to do for that answer. And do you have any beauty regrets? Yes, I think I have a regret that, just blinking now because I've poked myself in the eye a little bit, which just happened with that technique. I think I have the beauty regret that the majority of 90s children do. I was a 90s kid. I was born in 1985 and I was, grew up in the 90s, and I did what Drew Barrymore and so many other people did, and that's overpluck my eyebrows underneath. And I've never had much of an eyebrow anyway, so it's not most of this issue I've got with my not having good eyebrows is hereditary and genetic rather than actually my own fault. But I created the sperm shape, when your eyebrows kind of fuller there and it goes thinner and your eyebrow looks like a sperm. Yeah, I'm actually needing, I say need, that's such a beauty junkie thing to say. I need micro blading on my eyebrows. I'm going to get at some point, I am going to get microblading on my eyebrows to permanently, or at least semi-permanently, correct the horrendousness that is my eyebrows underneath this eye pencil. But yeah, that's my biggest beauty regret, that I overplucked my eyebrows. And don't do a trend that's going to permanently affect your face. What's one product or brand you'd like to try? Honestly, if I'd like to try something, I would try it. That makes me sound really spoiled, doesn't it? But I'd attempt to get it. But I guess one thing I can think of, which I've been told is available in the UK now, but to me it's not as readily available as I would like in order to start getting into it, and that's Colourpop. So I would love it if I would either make the effort to try more Colourpop, or if Colourpop was somehow more readily available to us in the UK. So yeah, that's it. Brand Colourpop. What do you use to remove your makeup? I use good old-fashioned coconut oil, which I use to melt my eye makeup here. Then I use water wipes, which are 99.9% water and 0.1% fruit extract, to remove that residue. And then I wash my face with simple moisturising facial wash. So yeah, that's what I use to remove my makeup. That's on a good day. On a bad day, I might literally just get the wipe, which is literally water and no good to anybody. Say I've had a few drinkies when I'm not pregnant, or say for example I don't feel very well, or I'm really tired, which happens a lot now I'm pregnant. I might just wipe it over my face and be like, I'll sort that out, I'll sort you out in the morning. But that is rare, so usually I'm good with cleansing. So yeah, I think that is everybody. Go and check Leah's channel out, go and check out the other people she's tagged and the one who tagged her. You know, get involved, we're a community, it's great, it's fantastic, I love it, you'll love it, we'll all love it. So thanks again for tagging me, Leah, and I hope I've answered the questions as they were intended to be asked, and I'll see you all soon, guys. Bye.